Hi guys, my name is Marcus and join me as I hike the Fjällräven Classic between the 10th and the 15th of August 2024. I head off from Stockholm where I live, and from Stockholm Arlanda it takes around an hour and a bit to fly to Kiruna. Kiruna is in the north of Sweden. It's one of the most northerly cities we have here, and it's mainly known for its iron and metal ore mining. But it's also known for its King's Trail, Kungsleden, a very popular hiking trail that spans the length of northern Sweden. I think it's around 400 kilometers, but with all the offshoots I think it adds up to quite a bit more than that.
I'm at Camp Ripan now. I'm gonna spend the night here. I had to pay to set up my tent, but it's worth it if I get a bathroom. A bit more comfortable stay over the night. And Fjällräven starts tomorrow.
I spent my first night here at Kiruna, camping at a camp spot called Camp Ripan. It's 12 degrees, it's raining a little bit, but today is the first day of the Fjällräven Classic. I don't want to get out of bed. It looks like it's going to be raining the whole day, so we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited. I'm very excited still. I think the weather makes you feel alive. Yeah, okay, let's get ready for today.
You can probably hear the rain right now. It's quite a bit. Packing up everything. First night done, like I said, is my sleeping bag. I'm gonna air it out a bit before I pack it down into my into the case and the bag. And now it's a matter of packing and preparing all my luggage. I'm gonna leave some of my stuff here with Fjällräven, the jeans and my backpack I had. It's raining quite a bit now. It's 7 a.m. On Saturday, the 10th of August 2024. I will be hiking the Fjällräven Classic, so that's a hike along the Swedish Kungsleden, King's Trail. And it's around 110 or something kilometers, starting from Nikkaluokta, going west towards Kebnekaise, and then you go north towards Abisko as the final destination. I'm planning to do it in like 5 days, probably 6. It's my first long hike. I did a hike of around 50-60 kilometers last year with my dog. But this time I wanted to sort of challenge myself. And since Fjällräven hosts it, I think it's a good opportunity to try it and have it a bit safer. So it's going to be like medic along the way. So yeah, let's see if the rain gets any better. It's raining quite a bit now, and it's supposed to be raining quite heavily today, and I think maybe even tomorrow. Hopefully it lets up. Yeah, okay.
So every year they rent out Högalidskolan, so it's a big school in the old part of Kiruna. They rent it out as sort of a starting point, or a trekker's inn as I call it, where you pick up all the food, the rations you need for the upcoming days. You choose breakfast, lunch and dinner here. You can also pick up your free, or I guess included, gas tube. And you also get to meet a few of the trekking leaders that they have, in case you want to discuss some things. Fjällräven have their own sort of wax for your clothes that make them water resistant. So you have a waxing station there. And Naturkompaniet, which is a nature outdoor store, also hosts a bit of the trip. So they have a store here in the beginning to stock up on things that you need that you may have forgotten. And there's a check-in for any bags that you don't want to bring with you on the trail. There's the first bus of the day on its way. And I'm just gonna take it easy. I have a start time of 2:30 p.m. So I'm just gonna try to watch some lectures on different hiking techniques and how to bandage your feet and how to set up a tent.
So warming strips, you can actually look this up for your area in the front, or because if we weren't studying this, we might not know that it's shaped. So such a different. Here you have some clothing.
When you reach Abisko, you will think back how it was. It was of course wet and rainy, but an experience maybe for a lifetime. And
13. Oh, amazing. Yeah, it's impressive. It looks gigantic, but it's I think it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Are you gonna start your yeah? Are you gonna start your hike now, or are you gonna walk around here a little bit? Yeah. Okay. I'll see you later.
Ja. Om det känns bra så räcker med vänster. Och det var målet.
Hejsan.
Vad rekommenderar ni då? På menyn?
Det är så svårt att välja.
Jag förstår det. Ja, men jag får tänka lite.
Tänk inte för länge för snart är glöden slut.
Är det så?
Vi börjar stänga.
Okej.
Så bestäm er, pojk.
Ja, 2 stycken. Vad är det då?
Nej, för mig är det bra. Ja.
2 Big Lap.
Baby, you give me
Yeah, so far the rain skirt works pretty well.
Oh, this is cool. Wow. Oh.
Now we're reaching Kebnekaise Fjällstation, the first stop of Fjällräven Classic. Hallå! Kom igen!
Ja, vi fixar.
Okay, my tent place for the first night. We're about a kilometer away from Kebnekaise, and it's tough to find a spot. There's so many people, but hopefully we're a bit shaded from the wind by that, protected by the wind from the wind. Okay, the time is 9:30. Time for me to get dry and warm.
Okay. Good morning. It is the 11th of August today. It's the second day of the Fjällräven Classic. Yeah, it's been raining all night, and it rained pretty hard in the afternoon when we were hiking towards the evening. So we got a bit hectic, and finding a camp spot was a bit difficult because there are quite a few people, specifically here at Kebnekaise Fjällstation, because a lot of people want to come here to climb Keb, the highest point in Sweden. But yeah, so yesterday afternoon we hiked from Nikkaluokta at, I think it was 2:30 or 3 in the afternoon, and we arrived here at about 9 in the evening. I can show you the track. I'm having breakfast, by the way, maybe some coffee and some fruit muesli. But let's see, I started here at Nikkaluokta, hiked along up to the river, and we caught a boat actually that took us a little bit upriver, I think around here, or somewhere here. And then up here it was extremely rocky, lots of stones, slippery and muddy, all the way up here, and then it was uphill up towards Kebnekaise Fjällstation. And then the checkpoint for Fjällräven Classic was a little bit before, and then the actual mountain station was about 2 kilometers after. So we walked to that, and then I think right now I'm somewhere here. And the plan today is actually to go all the way to probably right before Sälka. I'll go to Singi and hopefully I'll get there by lunch. It's 8 o'clock right now, or sorry, it's 7 o'clock right now, so I'm gonna try to leave by 8 and get here by around lunchtime. So 4 hours hiking, and then I take a right going north, and I think there's a Tjäktja väg, so the really like steep incline going up over, I think, to the highest point in the whole hike over into Sälka. So I'm probably gonna end up somewhere here. Unfortunately, it's gonna be raining the whole day, so yeah, see how that goes. Oh, actually no, sorry, I'm confusing it. Tjäktja is over here. That's the highest point here. So hopefully this is easier then. Maybe I can make it to Sälka. Yeah, we'll see. Try to calculate what that is, but I think today the total distance would be around 27 kilometers of hiking. It's quite a bit, especially for this type of terrain, but we'll see. I'll recharge now, pack. Everything's still wet in my tent, or my clothes are at least wet, but yeah, it was a fairly comfortable night. It's very windy and rainy, so it's nice being cozy and warm in my sleeping bag. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. I think one of the toughest parts of these types of trips where you're, I guess, unsupported is like packing everything, and sort of the order that you have to pack everything. Make sure that, you know, things are easy to get, things are, you know, in the right place in your bag, so they're not weighing you down in some awkward way. So I usually keep sort of today's food. I have 2 freeze-dried meals. I have my cooking pot and my coffee mug, and a bit of, smaller things for making food. My gas canister in this one bag that I usually keep on the very top inside my bag. So when I do stop to take a break and eat, it's like sort of the first thing I can get without really having to struggle. Underneath that, I have, I guess, my what's called a ditty bag, where you have all the small electronics, and I have that in my a waterproof bag. That's quite convenient. I also have one of these caddies, which it weighs a little bit more than maybe a lightweight hiker would like, but it's so convenient to. It has a hook on it. I don't really have any pockets in this tent, unfortunately, so I have a hook, and I have all my sort of nighttime things: toothbrush, deodorant, sleeping mask, and earplugs and everything. I keep them all in here. This one usually also goes in the ditty bag because I need to keep it waterproof. I don't want these things getting wet. And then I could just hang it here when I'm sleeping. So I can also keep my glasses in it and my phone, so I know where everything is. It's quite convenient. Underneath the ditty bag, I also keep I have one of these. No, it's a little weird looking, but it's a compression sack that's waterproof, mainly for my clothes, or only for my clothes.
I want to keep all of this as dry as possible. And especially my down jacket, if it gets cold, if it gets any water on it, the down doesn't really work. So I need to keep that in here, and then since it's in a compression bag, it keeps it nice and compact. And underneath that I have my sleeping mattress. This mattress is a Big Agnes Rapide SL insulated wide, and it is incredible. I've slept on a few mattresses, and this one feels like sleeping on a real bed. It's quite quiet as well, which is really nice, especially if you're sharing a tent with others, but even for myself. I keep this underneath the clothes, as well as my sleeping bag, which is also in a waterproof bag. It's a down, what was this? Earthrise 400 by Mountain Equipment, with a comfort temperature of I think 3 degrees or 2 degrees, something like that. And then it goes down to limit is 0 degrees, and the extreme is -5 or whatever. I have a winter version of this as well. I really like it. It's compact. It only weighs 890 grams. I keep that in the bottom. I keep my Trekology pillow. This thing packs down to nothing, and I usually sleep with it half inflated, which is perfect for me, especially with a dune. The down sleeping bag, it sort of feels like a pillow. And then inside this, I'm using a Sierra Designs flex capacitor 40 to 60. You can see it's drying here. But inside of this, it's not necessarily waterproof. It's water resistant slightly. But I keep a big trash bag, especially because in this case you can hear it's raining quite a bit, and just to give myself that extra layer of protection from the water. It always gets in somehow. And I guess the last thing I keep, or one of the last things I have in the brain of my bag, it has quite a small top pocket, or brain as they call it. I keep sort of the things that I need to reach while I'm on the road that need to stay dry. So I have like Compeed blister protection. I have Luco tape also for blister protection. I have my wallet and my passport here in this case, and I also keep my book in here for when I stop and read. I also keep we got this passport and map from Fjällräven, which is really nice. So this hiking passport sort of, it gives you some tips and tricks on how to take on this trail. It shows also the elevation profile of the entire track that we're doing, of the 110 kilometers we're doing, and it's quite nice. It gives you a few tips about the sort of the passes that we're making. I went from Nikkaluokta yesterday to Keb, and now I'm going from Keb to Singi, which is the next one here. Singi, and then hopefully I'll make it to Sälka tonight. We'll see. And then they also gave us a map, which is quite useful, but it's really well marked, this track, and it's the most popular track up in northern Sweden. So you can't get lost unless you try to deviate. Yeah. Oh yeah. On the outside, I have a first aid kit here. I think I like being able to reach everything quite easily with that type of stuff. So I also have some bandages and some butterfly, what do you call them? Tape things. I have a few disinfectant things in here, and medical gloves and whatever you need. And then in the side pockets I keep my sunglasses and my what do you call it? My, what's it called? Yeah, the spray for your hands. keep them clean. Mainly in case I need to use the bathroom somewhere. It's good to wash your hands. And then I have just this entire pot is dedicated only to snacks, which you really need on these type of trails. This bag also has 2 mesh pockets on the front. I keep my my knife. I have a filter bottle, even though I don't really need it on this track since you can drink the water straight from the rivers. And I keep this sit pad here that I use whenever I take a break. And I guess lastly I have my trekking poles that if I'm not using them I keep them hanging here on the side. I have a flexible piece of string rope that holds it together. And then my tent is a little tricky because right now it's really wet, and when I pack that stuff I need to pack it so that I don't get my clothes wet. I can't really put it outside the bag right now because I don't really have a good way of hanging it on the outside. So what I do with the tent is in between the bag and the black plastic bag that I mentioned I had, I sort of stuff it in there as a so it's pushed in to the side, it sort of doesn't make everything else wet, but it's also fairly easy to access for when I need to pitch later on. Good, yeah. I have a few smaller things. I have my towel that I keep also. Right now you really need it to just wipe your face. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna start packing properly now. Oh yeah, the last thing. Fjällräven gives us this trash bag that is meant for us to keep all our trash. Of course, you know, you're supposed to leave the place the way it, you came up to it. You leave the place as clean as it was when you got there, or cleaner actually. So they encourage us to pick up trash even if it's not ours. You know, most of the time people don't do it on purpose. Like they drop a piece of paper or, you know, a small wrapper from candy bar flies out of their pocket and they don't notice. So they encourage us to pick up the trash. And what we do with this at the end of the hike is if you have 600 grams of trash in this, you automatically get a raffle ticket into some sort of competition where you can win something. I don't know. But I think it's good. It encourages us to pick up everything, keep everything clean, and it's reusable for the future, so I can use this as a pack bag or a trash bag for myself. Alright, it is 7:30. It'll probably take me half an hour to pack everything, fold everything properly, and get the tent packed and dried a little bit. So I'll film on the trail soon. Bye. First break. Readjusting my shoes.
but along, like, I'm in a valley right now, so all the glaciers that are melting and the rain that's coming down from the mountains running down into the valley, creating these like small streams you have to wade through. Good thing I have these proper Swedish hiking boots that you can use to wade up until, I don't know, a few centimeters above your ankles. Most everyone else is having to avoid them, but I can go through a lot of things. I'm a little hungry now. It's a little past 12. But I can make it. It's been a very, very wet day. Very wet. So it's been quite exhausting for everyone. I only pull out the camera when it's not raining. A few times. But this is really beautiful.
One thing that surprised me was all the helicopters I'd see during the trip. When I was at Singi, there was someone at the medical station there that had to be evacuated, so that was a helicopter that came for that person.
Hello.
It's impossible to see in the video, but these were the first reindeers that we saw. You can barely see the outline, but they're there. I promise.
almost 7:30. I left Kebnekaise at around 8:30, so I've been out for 11 hours. I think it's about 27 kilometers we hiked. But we're at Sälka. Finally, you can see that they have 2 bastus, saunas, that's what they're called in English, I guess. There's a ton of people camping here. Those 2 blue tents are the check-in. Whew. I am knackered, tired. I'm gonna set up camp, take some food, and get dry. It's been so wet today. Okay. This has to be one of the best places I've ever pitched the camp, pitched the tent. I'm at Sälka, Stugorna. That's where it is. That's where most everyone is. Wow. Got a view of a glacier on one side with a waterfall, and I guess another waterfall, a river, a babbling brook. Time to get some rest. And I'm freezing because I have no energy. My body burnt. I mean, the only way I kept warm today was by moving the whole time. Well, it's like 10 or 12 degrees. I only had like a thin wool shirt and a what do you call it? The rain jacket. So as soon as I got here and I got dry, I just felt the temperature drop. I have like, I'm sitting still and I have nothing to burn. So I'm eating my freeze-dried food. It's nice because they give you, you can take however many you want. They just trust that you'll use the however many you need. I'm trying this one, creamy salmon with pasta. Pretty good. It is. Oof. 20 minutes to 10. So I'm gonna pump up my air mattress and probably just go to bed right away. I'm so tired. Okay. Good night.
Last night was probably the best night I've had because I was extremely tired. I fell asleep at 10 and didn't wake until basically till 6 in the morning. And yesterday was the longest pass of the entire trip, I think, the longest day. I did, I think 15 kilometers from Kebnekaise to Singi. I had lunch there, and then I walked 13 kilometers from Singi to Sälka. I was exhausted after that. But today I think it's the most, or elevation-wise, it's the most challenging. We have like a mountain pass called the Tjäktja pass. It goes up to the highest point of the day. I don't really know exactly how high. Let's see here. It doesn't. But basically, it's a very steep wall that we'll be climbing, and I think I'll be reaching it sometime by lunch if I leave by 8 or 9 today. And then I'm not planning to walk as far today, so maybe I'll walk 18 or 20 kilometers. We'll see. I can really feel yesterday's strain on my body, on my calves and my thighs and my shoulders. But I'm most worried about my tendons. Kind of feel like they're a little swollen and sore. So I'm gonna have to warm them up properly and stretch. That's
get some breakfast in. I filled up with one portion of breakfast, lunch and dinner yesterday when I got here to Sälka. We'll see if I need some more food, but I think I have enough for the entire trip right now. I've got 2 or 3 more nights. I have, I think, that many portions of food. Okay. Spoils. I've been using this GSI sort of ultralight coffee thing with my coffee cup. It works pretty well. The coffee is a bit murky, but I don't mind. And for today, I will be eating chocolate muesli. This is Real to Mat is a Norwegian freeze-dried company, and this stuff costs quite a bit if you buy them straight from the store, but we're allowed to take however many we want, so it's quite nice. This is chocolate muesli. Apparently a lot of people like it. We'll see how it is. Usually the handle of this toked titanium pot gets really hot since the flame goes up and heats the entire foil. So I cut a little silicone, what do you call these, oven mitt things from IKEA, so I can use it both as like a coaster and as a pot holder. Oops. It is boiling. Yep. Let's turn that off. You can tell it's raining again. I asked the man at the station yesterday what the weather was like today. He says it's a lot better than yesterday, which is nice. Yesterday was extremely rainy and coldy, rainy and cold. It's better today, so I think it'll die down by the afternoon, but tomorrow he says the weather should be a lot better. So we'll see what that stays true. Okay, day 3. I just left my camp spot right behind me. Packed up, it's 9:35. Had a really good night's rest, but I'm still feeling it from yesterday, so a little bit tired. I'll take it easy today. I'm planning on walking maybe 18 or 20 kilometers, but like I mentioned earlier, there's this really steep pass called the Tjäktja pass, and it's the highest point of the entire hike, so I'm planning to conquer that today and make it almost to Abisko. This was the most beautiful camp spot I've ever camped at. Really had to go, but onwards. See if I can find a good spot tonight as well. And yeah, hopefully the weather is also better. Still at the moment isn't raining, but I think it will.
This time you can actually sort of see them moving. A small herd of, I think, 3 reindeers. This will be my lunch stop right before Tjäktja pass, so the really steep part. Lunch here. Look at that view. Wow. I just finished lunch. 1 p.m. Starting the Tjäktja pass. You can see how there's a line of people in front of me. It's quite steep and it started to rain now, so just my luck. See how long it takes for me to get over this. Nearing the last section. Quite the ascent so far, but this one's the steepest half. Steepest third. Almost there. There comes the helicopter. See the Tjäktja checkpoint now. It's 3:30. I've been out for quite a while. Okay, day 4. I'm about, I think, a kilometer or 2 away from Abisko. Stayed by this nice river, but I slept well, very well. And today is the first day I've actually needed to use sunglasses, so that's a change. It's quite warm. And the trek I am making today is from basically where I am now, before Abisko, all the way to Kiruna, which is right before the Abisko National Park. And I plan on staying at Kiruna because you're not allowed to camp in the national park, which is one of the few places you can't camp. And I think it's about 18 or 20 kilometers today.
a little less than yesterday's 27. So I'm planning to take it fairly easy today. My Achilles heel on the left side is a little painful, so I need to warm it up a bit. But it's 8:30, probably walk until 6 or 7 p.m. See you there. Today is the 4th day, so I have one last day tomorrow. Feeling good, much better. I feel that with every day it's been very different. The first day was very warm and wet. The second day was very cold and wet. Yesterday was half and half. Today it's nice and dry and warm so far. Arriving at Abisko. Really beautiful place. One more bridge crossing. I'm taking a break a little bit after Abisko by the water here. There's a boat that you can take actually. I think it goes up like 4 or 5 kilometers up. Over there on the opposite side of the shore is a small Sami settlement. So the local people who actually live here. They're the ones who own all the reindeer. This land technically I guess belongs to them. And over there is Abisko, where I got my stamp at the checkpoint. I'll probably get moving soon, but this is the only day I've been able to really dry my stuff, so I'm taking any chance I can do so. Plus it's very scenic, and I got my bag of snacks. For those of you wondering what I'm wearing, if anyone cares, I have a Mons Royale merino wool shirt that I've been wearing basically daily, and you really need merino or at least wool because otherwise you'd be stinking after a few days. Plus it's really quick to dry and it keeps me nice and warm when I need it. Yeah, I've been wearing it 4 days now and it doesn't really smell like anything. I'm wearing my Fjällräven, what are they called? Vita Pro ventilated. They're nice, they have this ventilation zip on the side. It's nice when I need to dump some heat. And I can also tie them around just below my ankles to give me some shorts. My socks I'm alternating between 2 pairs, but I'm doing I'm wearing both a liner and a main sock. So both of them are wool. This one's an orthodox, that one's a smart wool. And then I have Injinji toe socks here. And you really need them for the boots that I'm wearing, because otherwise you'd be getting blisters. Then I have my Lundhags, what are these called again? They're called I don't remember right now. They were the forest tubes or something like that.
so it's essentially waterproof all the way up until above your ankle. And this is a gum sole. All of this, quite a big thick thread. And this has kept my feet really dry the entirety of the hike. And anytime I get the chance, since my feet of course also create some moisture, I have to open up the shoes and let them breathe for a little bit. Good. And yeah, I have this extra shirt that I'm not a big fan of Colombia. It took me a while for it to dry, and it sort of doesn't really smell as good. It's not wool, so it doesn't have that same protection. And then my jacket, I have a Rab Downpour 2, the brown one I've been wearing. It's been pretty good. The biggest issue I've had there is the fact that in the pockets, which I thought were supposed to be waterproof, water always leaks in past the zipper somehow. So anything I keep in my pockets gets wet. I have my Crocs with me as my camp shoes. And I also have smart wool, what do you call it, a sweater, or like a thermal shirt, and thermal pants, thermal leggings, I guess. And then I have a few pairs of wool underwear for the same reason. And those are all for when I go to sleep. I want to be nice and clean and warm. And I also have my Patagonia, what do you call it? It's the classic Patagonia down jacket. I think it's called like the hoodie or something like that. And that's also mainly for when I take a break. And lastly, I also have a fleece when I need that extra layer of warmth. It doesn't weigh much, but it's comfortable, and it's nice to keep warm when I'm at camp. Yeah, and that's all the clothes that I'm wearing.
Freshly picked blueberries just from right where I'm sitting. Seaplane flying over the Godu glacier. Probably going to where I started in Alesjaura. Here's a fence used to keep the reindeers in and out of certain areas. I'm seeing trees since Nikkaluokta. So close. It's a Kiruna checkpoint in the distance, under a kilometer away. There's a hanging bridge to cross this raging river. Almost there. Time is 10 to 6. I've been walking 10.5 hours. Almost there.
man få båda eller? Ja, det. Tack så mycket.
Varsågod.
So I arrived at Kiruna. Kiruna is the last checkpoint before the goal, the finish line at Abisko. Here you go. Pancakes with blueberry jam and whipped cream. Really needed that. I got some tea as well. Today was really challenging, mainly because I felt, I'm injured. Managed to, I guess, overexert my, what do you call it? The tendon, my Achilles heel on both feet. First it was just the left one, but I think it was all the downhill, uphill, small rocks. And today was quite a lot of descent, so it was quite tough since you really have to put all your weight against your tendons, keep all the weight of your body in your backpack. So it was quite slow, but I did 21 kilometers in like 10 hours. I met some friendly Korean guys along the way. It was really sunny and warm today, for once. Hopefully it's like that again tomorrow. But it made finding water a lot more difficult, because I had trouble finding water after the first 5 kilometers and I ran out. And I only found it until maybe the 15th kilometer. So I was pretty thirsty. So when I did find that water, I almost choked on it because I was so eager to drink it. And it was nice and cold straight from the mountain. It's 7 p.m. now. I might go down to the river to wash my body. It's been quite a dusty day as well. And then I will go to sleep. Okay, thanks. Bye.
So I just went down to the river and had a bit of a shower. It's nice and icy and cold. But when I got back up, there was a Korean guy I met on the trail. There was a group of them and we were walking and talking. And he found me. And he had taken a picture of me earlier today. And then he wrote a little note. Oh, what an amazing little present. His name was Kim. We talked about a bunch of different things. It was really nice talking to him. What a surprise. I did not expect that. He had a little printer with him as well. I took this photo when I passed by him. Yeah, nice.
Fjällräven Classic. I'm gonna camp again at Abisko tomorrow before my flight the day after that, but this is the last one on the trail, which is bittersweet. You got into the routine of setting up the tent, fixing everything, packing up again. And for now, I'll be home soon. Okay, the time is 9:20. I am leaving Kiruna checkpoint, entering Abisko National Park. There's 17 kilometers to hike today, so the shortest of the days. But I also have inflamed
tendons. So the tendon between my calf and I guess my heel is inflamed. I spoke to one of the doctors here and they said there wasn't much to do except for rest and maybe take some anti-inflammatory. So I did that. Take it easy today. It's the last day. I think it'll be a nice day. It's sunny and warm with a bit of a breeze. And then when I get to Abisko, the tourist, what do you call it? Hotel, whatever it's called. Hut. I'll get to the last checkpoint. Pitch a tent there, and there's a trekker's inn where people go to drink and to rest and to meet people. So I'll try to be a bit more social tonight. I've been very quiet and enjoying my own time. Met some people along the way, but I did this mostly for myself to walk in the peaceful nature. Occasionally meet some people. I think it'll be a good day. See you at the finish line. In this last stretch we go through Abisko National Park, and you can tell that it's quite different. We're below the tree line now, so you can see all these birch trees growing. They're not very big because of the weather, and they're all a bit misshapen because of the wind. They're trees like this. It's quite beautiful. We have Mount Kiruna here on the right. And north we go. So it's been 50 minutes, 10 past 10. I walked about 3 kilometers and it's mostly been downhill, but that's fine. I feel like downhill you don't really extend your calf that much, and that's when it hurts the most. So walking uphill or walking like longer flat strides, it's quite painful. But look at the view here. That's Abisko, the huts, and again with Kiruna in the back. No, the weather is nice. I bring out Neffe. It's been my hiking companion this whole trip. Helping me sleep at night, motivating me. Okay, just passed the sign that said 10 kilometers left for the Fjällräven Classic, meaning I've walked around 8. It's 11:30. I'll grab lunch in half an hour if I can find water. It's quite warm today. You see there's no cloud cover anywhere. I see some clouds in the distance. There's a bit of a breeze, it's nice. And a few trees to cover you as well. Otherwise it's fairly warm. Neffe and I are enjoying this hike. A little sad that it's coming to an end, but I think my feet need a rest after this. And I are sitting on the banks of a river on some stones here. Gonna make some lunch.
I'm not in that much of a rush today, so I might even take a dip in the river. See how it goes.
I think this is one of the last big metal bridges. The water is quite rough here. It sounds worse than it is. Away. The forest is a lot thicker. At the finish line. See, there's a road. Thank you. Oh. Woo! Yeah.
The atmosphere in here. Do we have any winners in here? Woo! I think all of you are winners. Because you're here in Lapland.
Take me there.
Thank you.